For 8 relentless years, Uranus has lived inside your sign, turning order into confusion, certainty into dust, and comfort into lessons. It was never punishment. It was purification. The universe dismantled every false foundation you built under the illusion of stability. Every job, every love, every version of yourself that was born from fear, all of it had to crumble. Now, in this sacred November of 2025, the final earthquake begins to still. The dust settles, and for the first time in years, you can see the horizon again. What was chaos now reveals design. The same storms that tore through your life were carving a map, one leading straight back to your sovereignty. Do you feel that subtle calm underneath the noise? It's not emptiness, it's space. Space that your soul demanded to breathe. Baba Vanga spoke of this exact vibration. When the bull lifts its head again, the crown returns, and no shadow can weigh it down. That prophecy was written for this moment, because Taurus, the correction has begun. Uranus doesn't leave quietly, it leaves through a door of revelation. The final months of its passage expose everything that remains misaligned, the people, the duties, even the beliefs you outgrew, but still tried to protect. Each trigger, each discomfort is a signal, the universe making sure nothing false crosses with you into this next chapter. You've carried so much, the role of the strong one, the dependable one, the provider, but strength without freedom is a cage, and now the cage is open. The great correction is not an external miracle, it is an inner reset. The chaos you endured recalibrated your magnetic field. You are not who you were in 2018 when this cycle began. The person who once clung to safety now hungers for truth. The Taurus who feared change now senses that evolution is the only real security. And because you survived the unpredictable hand of Uranus, you have earned something no one can take, the power of authenticity. From November forward, a divine reordering unfolds. Finances begin to reflect your real worth, not the version that settled for less. Relationships that once demanded loyalty but offered imbalance will show their true faces. And perhaps most importantly, your body, that sacred vessel of earth, will crave simplicity again. Clean air, honest work. Connections that heal instead of drain. It's not nostalgia, it's remembrance. You are returning to your essence. The sky above you mirrors this liberation. Jupiter expands your house of self-worth. Venus, your ruling planet, prepares to form alliances that mirror your true value. Even Saturn, the old teacher, steps aside to let you move freely after years of restraint. The message is clear. The universe is correcting the imbalance, but only if you stop trying to carry what it already released. Taurus, in this rare window, destiny asks you to make a sacred vow. Do not rebuild what was destroyed to protect you. This is not about loss, it's about alignment. Every detour of the past 8 years led you exactly here. The person you were before Uranus entered your life wouldn't have survived what's coming next, but the one you've become, unbreakable. You are standing at the gate of restoration, the moment when your sovereignty returns, not as pride, but as peace. The storm is finished. The crown returns not to your head first, but to your heart. Now comes the test. Will you rule your life by fear or by truth? Because when Uranus finally steps out, you will feel it, not as an explosion, but as a silence so pure it feels divine. And in that silence, a single sentence will echo from deep within you. It was never chaos. It was correction. Write this in the comments and say it aloud, Taurus. I reclaim my peace, my worth, and my crown. What was lost returns purified. Feel those words ignite your chest. That's your coronation. And if this message awakens something within you, leave your hype on this video. Like, comment, and share it. Each hype you offer strengthens this current of light, helps this sacred space grow, and carries this revelation to other souls who need to remember their own crown. The sky softens above you, Taurus. After years of upheaval, the vibration begins to shift, and something inside you, something ancient, starts to breathe again. The chaos that once defined your days no longer feels like punishment. It feels like clarity unfolding. You can sense the invisible gears of destiny realigning after years of dissonance. For a long time, you survived by holding everything together. Now, the universe asks you to hold nothing, only yourself. The energy that once broke your patterns now becomes the foundation of a new rhythm, one where peace is not earned, but remembered. Baba Vanga spoke of this passage in her quiet way. The crown will return not to those who fight for it, but to those who finally rest in truth. You have reached that threshold. The battle was never with others. It was between your past identity and the person you are becoming. The correction begins with subtle signs. You may wake one morning realizing that something you've been chasing suddenly feels meaningless. Conversations lose their urgency. Old roles feel hollow. It's not boredom, it's liberation. The soul is reclaiming its authority over the mind. You'll notice the shift in small physical ways. Your breathing deepens, colors look brighter. People who once drained you seem to fade quietly into the background. The universe removes what cannot accompany your higher state. There is no revenge in this process, only precision. What falls away was never built to stand in the light that now surrounds you. There's a strange beauty in these endings. Relationships dissolve without drama. Opportunities you once begged for simply disappear, making room for paths that actually fit. You may not celebrate these changes at first, but with time you'll recognize their mercy. The universe is cleaning the field so your crown can settle without weight. Inside you, a new discipline forms, one that doesn't rely on fear or control. You no longer push to prove, you allow. And in that allowing, abundance begins to move differently. Money arrives through alignment, not exhaustion. Love flows without negotiation. Work transforms into purpose rather than obligation. And yet, this rebirth is not loud. It happens in quiet moments, when you close a door gently instead of slamming it, when you forgive yourself for staying too long, when you realize that nothing truly valuable ever demands your suffering. There will be tests. The universe will present echoes of the past, disguised as new chances. Someone may return with sweet words and familiar patterns. A tempting offer may appear, carrying the same imbalance you once tolerated. These are checkpoints. The universe isn't asking if you've learned the lesson. It's giving you the honor of demonstrating that you have. If you pause and listen, you'll hear Baba Vanga's whisper within the silence. The storm never wanted to destroy you. It wanted you to remember that you were the sky. And indeed you are. The power returning to you now isn't dominance, it's coherence. Your emotions, once scattered by external chaos, begin to work together. Your intuition speaks with clarity again. You trust it even when logic hesitates. You start living from alignment instead of explanation. There's also a presence that enters your life during this transition, not to rescue you, but to recognize you. A voice, a mentor, a companion whose energy feels ancient and familiar. They don't rush you or demand, they mirror your new vibration. Through them, the universe reminds you that you are no longer invisible. Every part of your journey since 2018 was preparation for this moment. The betrayals, the breakdowns, the detours, all of it shaped the authority you now carry. You were never losing control. You were learning how to direct it. The phrase, "the crown awakens," isn't metaphorical. It's energetic. It's the return of self-respect, the quiet power of choosing peace over noise, the discipline of protecting what's sacred instead of proving what's right. This is what sovereignty feels like, not applause, but stability. Not validation, but inner silence that hums like truth. You may sense a new current in your life now, one that feels lighter, yet more deliberate. Follow that current. It's the pathway out of survival and into creation. Don't rush, don't grasp. Everything aligned with your evolution will approach naturally at its own divine pace. As this energy unfolds, remember the lesson written in the bones of your sign. Patience isn't waiting, It's trusting divine timing. The soil doesn't rush the seed. It simply holds it until the moment of life arrives. The crown has begun to awaken, Taurus, and unlike before, it doesn't shine because others see it. It glows because you finally do. Now, speak this truth aloud and seal it within you. I release the noise of my past. I stand in calm authority. My crown rises with my peace. Write it in the comments as a living decree, a vow to the universe that your era of struggle has ended. And if this message resonated with you, leave your hype, share the light, and support the growth of this sacred space. Each act of energy exchange strengthens this current and carries it to those who still search for the peace you've just reclaimed. Taurus, you have survived the fire, and now you stand in fertile ground. The universe no longer tests your endurance. It calls for your mastery. This is the time to take the oath of the crown, a conscious agreement to live from alignment, not reaction. The storms are behind you. What remains is the discipline of peace. This oath begins with a choice to act as the ruler of your own vibration. Everything that enters your life from this point will either serve your expansion or drain it. Your task is not to control outcomes, but to manage energy, where it goes, how it's used, and what it creates. 1. The oath of resources. For years, you worked to build security, yet money often slipped through your hands like sand. Uranus taught you that abundance without purpose becomes chaos. Now, that lesson turns into wisdom. From this month forward, treat every exchange as sacred. When you spend, ask, does this sustain my peace or distract my growth? When you earn, ask, does this income respect my worth? If not, release it with grace. The universe can only multiply what's aligned with your integrity. This period favors investments that honor patience, projects that grow slowly, sustainable ventures, ethical work, and creative partnerships built on trust. Avoid chasing sudden opportunities. What arrives quietly will last the longest. 2. The oath of heart. Your heart has been remade by fire. Relationships that used to define you have been rebalanced or dissolved, and new ones are forming on higher frequency. The oath here is to love without losing self. If someone approaches, let connection be mutual, not transactional. Don't rescue, don't shrink. Partnership now means evolution, not dependency. If you're already in a bond, your role is to rebuild rhythm. Speak honestly, listen deeply, and refuse to punish with silence. Uranus burned the old scripts. Now write from truth, not habit. And if solitude finds you, don't rush to fill it. Silence is not emptiness. It is preparation for divine companionship. Let your heart rest in its own rhythm before opening again. Love will find you through resonance, not pursuit. 3. The oath of purpose. Your work in the world is changing form. What once defined your identity now feels too small for the soul you've become. This isn't failure, it's evolution. Make a vow to create from truth, not fear of scarcity. If a role feels heavy, it's not yours anymore. If a task drains more than it gives, it's a signal, not a punishment. You're being redirected to a calling that uses your gifts instead of your energy. Write down what makes you lose track of time. That's where your next purpose lives. The universe will open paths for those who dare to follow joy with discipline. 4. The oath of spirit. Your spiritual path is no longer about seeking light. It's about embodying it. You've seen enough signs. Now the lesson is to live as one. Every morning, ground yourself. Place your feet on the floor and thank the earth for holding you. Speak a simple sentence. I choose to live with calm power today. This is how you anchor the crown. You no longer need complicated rituals. Presence itself has become your prayer. The divine listens to your vibration, not your words. 5. The oath of boundaries. Your peace is not a luxury. It's the foundation of everything that follows. Protect it without guilt. Say no when your body tightens. Walk away when the energy shifts. Silence is a complete sentence. This isn't coldness. It's clarity. When you respect your limits, the universe respects your time. 6. The oath of timing. Uranus taught you unpredictability, but now you return to divine pacing. Nothing real requires rushing. The opportunities that belong to you will recognize your rhythm and wait for your readiness. This is the phase to plan long-term, to build structures that can endure. Think in seasons, not in weeks. Let growth happen through consistency rather than adrenaline. Patience is no longer a test, it's your power. Baba Vanga's echo lingers over this chapter. The crown that fits is the one worn with patience. You have earned that weight. From now until the middle of 2026, the universe will reward maturity over speed, presence over ambition, and gratitude over comparison. The bull doesn't chase, it attracts through steadiness. So Taurus, seal your oath of the crown with this decree. I lead with calm, I choose with clarity, and I build what will last. My peace is my power, and I use it wisely. Write it as your sacred promise. Let it guide every decision in the months ahead. Each time you feel confusion, return to it. And if these words found you at the right moment, share your hype, your light, and your presence with the world. Every gesture of support amplifies the energy of this message and carries it to those still learning how to stand where you now stand, firm, grounded, and free beneath the weight of their own crown. There comes a moment in every sacred cycle when silence changes shape, when it no longer feels like rest, but like a breath held by the universe itself. That moment arrives for you, Taurus, between February and April of 2026. You will feel it first in your body, a pulse, a pressure behind your chest, a knowing that something unseen is waiting for your consent. It is the hour of the double door, the final vision before the new era begins. Baba Vanga described this moment long ago. When the bull stands before two doors of light, the past will ask for mercy, and the future will ask for faith. In the vision, you stand inside a corridor carved of quiet gold. The air hums with memories. On your left, the first door glows with warm amber tones, familiar and soft. On your right, the second burns white and electric, vibrating like a storm about to speak. Both call your name, both seem true, but only one carries your next life. You approach the first door, the door of echoes. Behind it lies everything you built through perseverance, stability, comfort, loyalty, repetition. It smells like home, like promises once kept. Inside, the landscape is calm, the path already known. You could walk it with your eyes closed and never stumble, but listen closely. The quiet here is not peace, it is containment. Every object is where you left it, yet none of it feels alive. The faces are kind, but frozen in time. The work is steady, but without spark. This door offers safety, but at the price of wonder. Baba Vanga's whisper trembles through the silence. This door keeps you loved by the world, but forgotten by your own fire. Then your gaze turns to the second door, the door of light. It flickers like dawn seen through rain. As you step closer, your pulse quickens, not from fear, but recognition. The energy on the other side feels vast, untamed, unfamiliar, and alive. Through its crack you glimpse motion, rivers bending toward unseen lands, voices calling your name from futures not yet written. You sense opportunity, new purpose, freedom. But this door demands a price, not pain, but release. To cross it, you must leave behind everything built from survival. Every mask, every false obligation, every comfort that kept your soul half awake. Baba Vanga speaks again, clearer now, her tone neither warning nor plea. Only those who trust the unknown inherit the destiny written in their bones. For a moment you hesitate. The first door promises certainty, the second promises expansion. One offers applause, the other silence and depth. One is known by memory, the other by faith. And then a wind rises inside the corridor. The breath of Uranus itself, the last gust of its 8-year journey through your sign. The walls tremble, the light shifts, and every fear you've carried begins to melt like wax. You realize that destiny never asked you to choose between safety and chaos. It asked you to choose between imitation and authenticity. The corridor grows brighter. Both doors pulse, but now you see the truth. The first is fading, dissolving back into the walls of time. The second remains, open just enough for light to spill through. The message is unmistakable. You can't stay where the door is already closed. With a steady breath, you lift your head. The bull within you steps forward, not rushing, not trembling, and places a hand upon the second door. The metal is warm, like a living heart. The light enters your palms, climbs up your arms, fills your chest. For a single heartbeat, you remember every lifetime you've endured, every promise you've kept, every tear that turned into strength. And then the door swings wide. You step through. The air changes, colors sharpen. Somewhere a clock strikes once, not to count time, but to announce the end of it. Baba Vanga's final whisper follows you as the threshold seals behind. The bull wears the crown not by inheritance, but by awakening. What you choose now, you will live for 7 years in peace. Outside the door, the world looks both new and ancient. You feel lighter, taller, certain. There is no applause, no sound, only the deep recognition that the long storm has fulfilled its promise. You turn once more to the vanished corridor and speak a single sentence, sealing the prophecy into form. I choose the door of light. I trust the unknown that remembers me. The ground glows beneath your feet. The future exhales. The double door closes. And destiny, long delayed, begins to move again through your name. When the light of the double door settles, a silence unlike any before begins to hum through your life. It is not the silence of endings. It is the quiet heartbeat of arrival. The storms have withdrawn, the echoes have faded, and all that remains is the scent of rain on soil newly awakened. You look around and realize the world hasn't changed shape. You have. The same landscape now glows differently. What once drained you now seems irrelevant. What once felt out of reach now moves closer, not because it chased you, but because you finally stood still long enough for it to find you. This is the return of the golden earth, the era your soul came here to live. After 8 years of shaking, you are no longer surviving, you are cultivating. The bull, once forced to wander through storms, has come home to fertile ground. In this new reality, everything responds to presence. Work grows when done with heart, not haste. Relationships blossom through honesty, not performance. Even the simplest acts, cooking, resting, breathing, feel like sacred ceremonies again. You're no longer trying to prove your worth to the world. You're simply living as proof that peace is power. Baba Vanga's whisper lingers through the wind. When the bull stands upon gold, the earth itself listens. And indeed, the universe now listens to you differently. Your vibration carries authority, not the kind that demands, but the kind that commands through calm. This is how you begin to sustain the golden earth. First, protect simplicity. The world will tempt you to return to speed and noise. Resist that pull. Your new rhythm is sacred, unhurried, deliberate, fertile. Everything you need will arrive through alignment, not force. Make space daily for quiet. In that space, inspiration will whisper solutions before problems even form. Second, honor the cycles of your body. Taurus rules the physical realm, the senses, the soil, the heartbeat. Your body is no longer a tool for endurance. It is the altar of divine experience. Feed it well, rest it fully, listen when it speaks. The wisdom of your next chapter is encoded in your flesh. Third, work with devotion, not urgency. Abundance now answers sincerity. The projects that thrive will be those infused with meaning, patience, and care. You don't need to chase opportunity anymore. The universe will mirror your groundedness. When you act from truth, time itself bends to accommodate you. Fourth, speak from truth and silence equally. Your words are magnetic now. Use them as blessings, not weapons. The less you explain yourself, the more clearly the world will understand your vibration. Speak less, feel more, and let your energy finish the sentence. Finally, build for longevity. Uranus has left you with the gift of endurance through change. Use it wisely. Plant long-term seeds, a new vocation, a stable home, a deeper bond. Don't rush to fill space. Create foundations that can stand the next 20 years. The golden earth rewards patience with permanence. And yet this isn't a life of isolation. It's a life of participation. But with discernment, you no longer belong everywhere. You belong exactly where your peace expands. You will notice invitations arriving easily. Collaborations, unions, new communities. They're drawn to your frequency, not your effort. The people who remain in your orbit will share one trait: authenticity. No pretense, no performance, only presence. They are the ones who will help you protect what you've built. Together, you form a new constellation, a circle of souls who live by vibration rather than expectation. In this new timeline, destiny no longer drags you, it dances with you. The lessons are softer now, because you listen sooner. Even the unexpected feels guided. You'll find yourself smiling at coincidences that once would have frightened you. That's how you'll know you're living in alignment. When doubt returns, as it sometimes will, place a hand on your chest and whisper Baba Vanga's final message. The one who trusts the earth beneath their feet will never fall. You are that one. So Taurus, as the curtain closes on this long cosmic era, make your final vow. I build in peace, I love without fear, I live from truth. My path is golden, and I walk it awake. Write it as a decree. Let it echo in your space, your heart, your days. This is not the end of prophecy. It is its fulfillment. The golden earth is not a promise to wait for. It is the ground beneath your feet right now, breathing, shimmering, listening to your every step. And as you move forward, remember, the crown is no longer above you. It lives within your calm. It glows in your choices, and it will never leave you again.